I bought a 1-1-1-year abandoned alien starship. Its transformation will shock you. Alex Mercer stared at the holographic map floating before him, his eyes wide with disbelief. He had spent years scavenging old star charts and drifting through forgotten space lanes, hoping to find something extraordinary. But nothing had prepared him for this, a massive, derelict starship drifting silently in the void nebula. It wasn't just old, it was ancient. The records showed it had been missing for 111 years. The hull, though scarred and battered, glimmered faintly under the pale light of a distant star. Its design was unlike anything humans had ever built. Sleek curves, asymmetrical wings, and alien markings etched across the metal surface. Even from a distance, it exuded power. Alex could feel it in his bones. This ship had stories to tell. He docked his small freighter cautiously, feeling the hum of anticipation. "All right, old girl," he muttered to himself. "Let's see what secrets you're hiding." Inside the airlock, Alex's boots echoed against the metallic floor. The ship was massive, far bigger than he expected. Panels hung loose, wires dangled like vines, and the smell of ozone mixed with old metallic dust. Every step he took sent small clouds of dust drifting in the dim, flickering lights. Consoles lined the walls, all dead. Strange symbols blinked faintly, hinting at a system that hadn't been touched in over a century. Alex ran his fingers along the panels, trying to imagine how it all worked. Then he saw it, a large, circular chamber at the center of the ship. Inside were rows of stasis pods, each containing a figure frozen in time. Their bodies were humanoid, but clearly alien. Pale, translucent skin, stretched over delicate bones, and elongated limbs gave them an ethereal appearance. Their faces were serene, as if in deep sleep. Alex's heart raced. This ship wasn't just abandoned. It carried a crew, living, or at least preserved. He circled the pods, studying the aliens. Could they still be alive? "Better not wake them yet," he whispered. "Let's figure out the basics first." Moving deeper, he found the ship's main interface, a console glowing faintly with blue light. He pressed his hand to the surface, expecting nothing. Then, slowly, a holographic figure flickered to life, a humanoid AI, its form shimmering like liquid glass. "Unauthorized access detected," it said, voice calm and melodic but cold. "Staked purpose. I'm a human explorer. I mean no harm. I just want to know what this ship is." The AI paused, as if considering. "Human curiosity. Acceptable. But be warned. Systems are unstable. One misstep can awaken dangers." Alex smirked. "I can handle it." He had no choice but to start. He examined the control panels, noting alien scripts and symbols. They weren't like any language humans had deciphered, but patterns emerged. He sketched diagrams, cross-referencing them with his own knowledge of physics and engineering. Slowly, carefully, he began to coax the systems awake. Then it happened. The ship shuddered violently. Sparks flew from the ceiling, and the air filled with the smell of burning circuits. Alex stumbled but held on. "Warning," the AI said. "Power surges detected. External entities may react." External what? He realized the ship wasn't entirely dead. Someone was still inside. Or perhaps the ship itself had some kind of consciousness. The thought sent a shiver down his spine. He returned to the stasis pods. One of them emitted a soft, pulsing glow. Alex leaned closer. The alien inside stirred. Its eyes opened slowly, glowing faintly with an inner light. It didn't speak, but its gaze was sharp, intelligent, almost assessing him. Alex backed up slowly. Easy," he said softly. His mind raced. "I didn't come here to fight an alien. I came here to explore." The alien shifted slightly, but didn't attack. Instead, it seemed curious. Alex took a deep breath, deciding to try something risky. He reached out his hand toward the AI interface, trying to establish some communication. "Can you understand me?" he asked. A pause. Then, a series of symbols flashed across the console. Slowly, the AI's voice returned. Calmer this time. Communication. Possible, but understanding limited caution. Advised. Got it. Got it. Step by step. For the next few hours, he worked tirelessly. He managed to reactivate minor systems, lights, life support, and navigation controls. He discovered that the ship had an energy core, still active after 111 years. Somehow, it had maintained itself, powered by some unknown alien technology. "This is insane," he muttered. "It shouldn't even be possible." The AI's voice sounded almost approving. "Human ingenuity. Noted. Proceed carefully." Alex smiled despite the tension. He felt a surge of pride. Humans had a reputation for fragility in the galaxy. Yet here he was, reviving a starship centuries ahead of Earth's technology. He explored further. The ship had storage bays filled with alien tools, devices, and strange crystalline data cores. One core pulsed like a heartbeat, and Alex instinctively knew it contained vital information. He carefully lifted it, examining the symbols etched into the crystal. "If I can decode this, the knowledge alone could advance humanity by centuries." But curiosity brought caution. As he worked, the ship shuddered again. This time, the entire hull vibrated, and the lights flickered violently. A deep hum resonated through the ship. Alex realized he had triggered something massive. He rushed back to the control room. The AI's voice was urgent. Unidentified energy detected. Dormant systems. Awakening. Probability of threat. High. Alex's mind raced. He hadn't expected this. He was just trying to explore, to understand the ship, not wake whatever had been sleeping for over a century. Suddenly, the floor beneath him shifted. A hidden panel slid open, revealing a hatch to the lower decks. The pulsing energy seemed to come from there. He knew he had to investigate, but fear gnawed at him. He grabbed a handheld torch and descended. The lower decks were darker, narrower, and filled with shadows. Strange alien machinery hummed faintly. Then he saw it. A large, circular chamber, different from the stasis pods above. It contained a strange orb, suspended in a magnetic field, glowing with swirling blue energy. Alex approached cautiously. He could feel it vibrating in his chest, almost alive. This must be the ship's heart, its core. As he reached out, the orb pulsed sharply, sending a shockwave through the room. Alex stumbled back, his suit warning of radiation spikes. The AI's voice echoed. "Core. Sensitive. Interaction may trigger awakening." Alex swallowed hard. "Awakening what?" Suddenly, the stasis pods above hissed. One by one, the alien's eyes opened. The first alien that stirred looked at him, not with hostility, but with keen interest. Its gaze pierced him, assessing his intentions. Alex froze. Every fiber in his body screamed to run. But curiosity won. He held up his hands, showing he meant no harm. The alien stepped forward, moving with grace and precision. "Human," it said in perfect English, though its voice was melodic. "Alien. Why? Do you disturb the sleep of the ancient?" Alex blinked. I didn't mean to. I wanted to see who you were, what this ship is. I didn't know anyone was still here." The alien studied him. "Curiosity, dangerous, yet intriguing. You are resilient." Alex's heart pounded. "Resilient? That's humans for you. We survive against all odds." The alien's eyes flickered. It didn't respond immediately. Alex noticed the other stasis pods beginning to stir as well. The ship hummed louder, as if sensing the awakening of its crew. Suddenly, an alarm blared. Red lights flashed. The AI's voice was urgent. "Unstable systems, threat detected. Proceed with caution." Alex realized the ship wasn't just waking up. It was alive, and it was now aware of him. He took a deep breath. "All right," he muttered to himself, gripping his toolkit. Step 1, make friends. Step 2, figure out how this thing works. Step 3, survive. For the first time in his life, Alex felt the weight of history on his shoulders. He had found something extraordinary, something humans were never meant to touch. And yet here he was, ready to transform it. As he looked around the glowing chamber, surrounded by alien life, humming machines, and a ship that had waited 111 years to be discovered, Alex knew one thing for certain. Humanity's story in the stars was about to change forever. Alex Mercer's hands shook slightly as he stepped back from the pulsing core. The aliens were now fully awake, their tall, slender bodies moving with grace and caution, their eyes scanning him like he was some fragile creature. He realized immediately he was alone here, surrounded by beings who were more advanced than humans in every way. Yet he didn't feel small. Humans survived against impossible odds, and Alex was about to prove it. "Stay calm," he muttered to himself, "and show them you're clever, not a threat." The lead alien, who seemed to be their captain, approached. Its glowing eyes studied Alex carefully. Then, unexpectedly, it spoke again in fluent English. "Human, why do you awaken us after 111 cycles of slumber? What is your purpose?" Alex took a deep breath. "I'm an explorer. I found this ship drifting alone. I wanted to know who you are, what this ship was built for. I didn't mean to disturb you." The alien tilted its head. Its movements were fluid, almost hypnotic. "Curiosity is dangerous for your kind. Yet you survive." "Yeah, we survive. That's kind of our thing." The alien said nothing, but a strange hum filled the chamber. Alex noticed it was coming from the ship itself. The vessel seemed to respond to the alien's presence, like it recognized its own crew. Panels lit up, and machinery that had been silent for over a century began moving, producing faint mechanical sounds. Alex's mind raced. He had to understand this ship before it fully awoke, or before it decided he was a problem. He started inspecting the control panels again. Alien symbols glowed faintly. The AI's voice, calm but tense, echoed in the room. "Warning, systems unstable. Human intervention, risky." I know, Alex muttered. He ignored the warning for now. He had work to do. He started with small systems, lights, environmental controls, and life support. Surprisingly, these responded to simple commands. Alex realized that the ship's interface was adaptive, capable of learning and responding to a new species. If he could figure out the logic, he could slowly gain control. The lead alien watched silently as Alex worked. After a while, it spoke again. "You handle technology with cleverness. Your kind adapts." Alex smiled. "Yeah, we're good at that. Always finding ways to survive." For the next few hours, Alex worked tirelessly, carefully reviving systems, running diagnostics, and repairing damaged circuits. He scavenged alien tools, reverse engineering them to fit human use. Sometimes he would pause, watching the alien crew, realizing that they weren't just sleeping. They were experts in technology, navigation, and defense. Then came the unexpected. A panel beside the core hissed and slid open, revealing another stasis pod. Inside was a single alien, different from the others, with glowing red eyes. Its movements were sharp, almost predatory. It stared directly at Alex, and a chill ran down his spine. The AI spoke quickly. "Warning. Hostile entity detected. Human. Proceed with extreme caution." Hostile? Why? "I haven't done anything yet." The alien stepped out of its pod, its movements calculated, almost like a predator circling prey. Alex backed up instinctively but kept his hands raised. "I don't want to fight," he said slowly. "I just want to understand this ship." The alien's glowing red eyes narrowed. "You wake what should remain asleep. You meddle with forces you do not understand." Alex's heart pounded. He realized the alien wasn't just cautious, it was aggressive. And if it attacked, he would have no chance in a straight fight. He needed a plan, and fast. He glanced around the chamber and noticed a small control panel nearby. It looked like it could control the stasis systems. If he could activate the pod's interface, maybe he could calm the alien, or at least slow it down. With careful, deliberate movements, He reached for the panel. Hey, you don't need to fight. Look, see this? He tapped the console, sending a pulse through the room. The alien froze for a moment, eyes flickering as the ship's energy seemed to flow around it. Alex realized the ship itself was responding to him, as if it recognized his intelligence and cunning. You, clever, the alien said finally, stepping back slightly. Human, unusual. Yeah, that's humans for you. It was a tense piece, but it bought him time. He returned to the main console, studying the alien AI. Slowly, he began to unlock the ship's secrets. Propulsion systems, shields, navigation arrays, and even weapon systems. All of them were beyond human understanding, but not beyond human ingenuity. He spent days working on the ship. Every system he revived made the vessel more alive. The alien crew observed him, sometimes curious, sometimes skeptical. Alex even learned to communicate more effectively with them. Through gestures, sounds, and trial and error, he began to understand their logic and their culture. The ship itself seemed to recognize his persistence. Panels lit up as he approached. The AI started suggesting actions, providing guidance in a strange, mechanical voice. Slowly, the ancient starship began responding not just to commands, but to Alex's intuition and human problem-solving skills. Then, one morning, as Alex was adjusting the ship's energy matrix, a loud alarm blared. Red lights flashed across the hull. Unidentified external entities approaching, the AI warned. Threat level, high. Visitors already? Great, just what I needed. He rushed to the observation deck and saw it. A fleet of human mercenaries in sleek, fast ships, clearly armed and dangerous. They had tracked him here, hoping to seize the alien starship for themselves. He didn't have fully operational weapons yet, but he had something better. Human creativity and the element of surprise. He quickly devised a plan. Using the ship's adaptive cloaking system, something he had just begun to understand, he concealed the vessel from the mercenary scanners. Then he set up decoy signals, luring them into the nebula's dense clouds. As the mercenaries pursued the false signals, Alex activated the ship's propulsion, moving silently through the nebula. The aliens, now observing him closely, were impressed. You outsmart your kind, the lead alien said, voice filled with a hint of admiration. Alex smirked. It's what humans do. We survive by thinking fast and taking risks. In 4 hours, he maneuvered through the nebula, using every trick he knew. The mercenaries fired blindly, their weapons hitting nothing but rocks and debris. Alex marveled at how much he had learned from the ship already. He was beginning to think of it as an extension of himself. Finally, the mercenaries gave up, retreating with frustration. Alex exhaled, exhausted but exhilarated. He turned to the alien crew. You see, humans aren't just fragile. We adapt. We survive. We win when others think we can't. The alien captain studied him quietly. Human, your cleverness is remarkable. Perhaps you are worthy of this ship. He had taken a starship abandoned for 111 years and begun reviving it against impossible odds. He had faced an aggressive alien, hostile mercenaries, and systems that hadn't worked in over a century. And yet, here he was. But the AI's calm warning echoed in his mind. Dormant systems remain unexplored. Unknown dangers exist. The ship had secrets still locked away, powerful, mysterious, and potentially dangerous. But he also knew humans had one advantage aliens often underestimated: ingenuity, courage, and adaptability. He began mapping out the next phase, fully restoring the alien starship, understanding its core functions, and unlocking its potential. He would merge human ingenuity with alien technology, creating something entirely new. For the first time in his life, Alex felt truly alive. Humanity had claimed a foothold among the stars, and he, Alex Mercer, was at the helm of a sleeping giant that would soon awaken fully. He looked at the alien crew, now standing silently beside him, watching the ship pulse with life. A small smile crossed his face. "All right," he said, gripping his toolkit. "Let's see what you're really capable of." And with that, the 111-year abandoned alien starship began its transformation, human style. Alex Mercer stood in the control room, eyes glued to the main console as alien symbols glowed beneath his fingers. The ship, once silent and lifeless, now thrummed with energy, responding to every command he dared to give. Every flicker of the lights, every hum of the engines told him one thing. This starship wasn't just alive, it was waiting for a pilot like him. The alien crew moved silently around him, their glowing eyes fixed on his every move. They didn't need to speak. Their presence alone was a constant reminder of the intelligence and power embedded in this vessel. Yet Alex felt no fear. Instead, he felt a surge of determination. If humans could survive the worst the galaxy had to offer, surely they could master this ancient technology. "All right," he muttered. "Let's see how far we can take this." The first step was understanding the ship's propulsion systems. Unlike human engines, these were powered by a combination of alien crystal energy cores and gravitational manipulation. Alex traced the flow of energy through the conduits, noting the faint pulses of blue light. By adjusting a few nodes here and rerouting circuits there, he managed to increase the ship's speed by over 20%. The aliens observed silently, their expressions unreadable. Then, the lead alien, whose eyes glowed a steady silver, spoke. "You alter structure with thought, not fear." "Clever," Alex smiled. "Humans think fast when there's no time to panic. That's how we survive." Next, he turned to the shielding systems. These weren't ordinary energy shields. They were adaptive, capable of reacting to attacks in real time. Using his knowledge of human engineering, Alex modified the frequency patterns, making the shields more responsive and even predictive. The ship hummed louder, almost approvingly. "Good," the AI said. Human logic. Effective. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. As he worked, he noticed that the ship's defensive protocols were still partially active. Automated turrets slid from hidden panels, scanning the room, and alien sentry drones hovered near the walls. One of the drones suddenly locked onto Alex, its red eye glowing. "Wait! I'm on your side!" he shouted, diving behind a console. The drone hesitated, scanning him, then slowly powered down. Alex exhaled. "Okay, the ship tests you. Got it." Over the next few days, Alex began the transformation process. He integrated human control systems alongside alien technology, creating a hybrid interface that he could manipulate intuitively. Alien propulsion combined with human navigation software, energy shields adapted to human tactics. Weapon systems, once incomprehensible, became tools he could use creatively. The alien crew watched him constantly. They began assisting, offering guidance in cryptic ways, a hand gesture here, a series of symbols there. Together, human and alien ingenuity began to reshape the ancient starship into something completely new. But mastery didn't come without challenges. One afternoon, while calibrating the ship's main energy core, Alex noticed a spike in the system, an overload warning. The core pulsed erratically, and alarms blared across the ship. "Core instability detected," the AI shouted. "Human, risk of catastrophic failure." Alex's mind raced. He could reroute the energy, but it would require precise timing. One wrong move, and the core could implode, destroying the entire ship. He glanced at the alien crew. Their expressions were calm but intense, and Alex realized something important. They trusted him to fix this. He focused, hands moving quickly, rerouting circuits, balancing energy flows, and fine-tuning the crystal matrices. Sweat dripped down his forehead as the hum of the ship grew louder, more insistent. Finally, with a final adjustment, the core stabilized. The alarm ceased, and the ship settled into a steady rhythm. The lead alien's eyes widened slightly. "Human, you, control, forces, beyond expectation. That's humans for you. We survive, adapt, and sometimes we thrive." With the core stabilized, Alex turned his attention to navigation and exploration systems. The starship's map arrays revealed thousands of unexplored star systems, ancient trade routes, and hidden planets. He began plotting courses, curious to see how far they could go. Then, Another challenge appeared. The ship's sensors detected a fleet of unknown vessels approaching. They weren't human. Their designs were alien, sleek, and clearly built for war. Alex's heart raced. This was no ordinary test. This was a real battle scenario. The alien crew moved into action, preparing the ship for defense. But Alex had a different plan. He realized that brute force wasn't always the best solution. Instead, he combined alien technology with human tactics. Using the ship's adaptive cloaking, he created multiple false signatures, making the approaching fleet target decoys instead of the real ship. Then, he rerouted energy to the shields, preparing for the worst. The battle unfolded like a deadly chess game. The alien fleet fired energy beams and missiles, but Alex's hybrid systems dodged, deflected, and absorbed the attacks. He maneuvered the ship with precision, using gravitational currents and asteroid fields to his advantage. The alien crew watched in awe. Their confidence in him grew. One of them even approached, whispering in a melodic tone, "You, human, you. Think like the ancient. Adapt, survive." Alex smiled. "That's all we humans do. Adapt, survive, and keep going no matter what." By the end of the skirmish, the unknown fleet was forced to retreat, confused and battered. Alex's combination of quick thinking, human intuition, and the ship's alien technology had won the day. Alex took a moment to look around the ship. The once abandoned vessel now hummed with life, a perfect blend of human innovation and alien design. The ship's systems responded to him instinctively. Lights adjusted to his movements. Engines powered up with his thoughts, and the AI provided subtle guidance when needed. He realized something profound. This wasn't just a starship. It was a living, thinking entity, and humans were now a part of it. The alien crew, once silent observers, began to interact more openly. They shared knowledge about energy manipulation, advanced navigation, and even combat tactics. Alex absorbed everything, his mind racing with ideas. Together, they were creating a vessel that could surpass anything either humans or aliens had built alone. But even in triumph, Alex knew the journey was far from over. The starship held ancient secrets, technologies and knowledge that had been hidden for centuries. There were still chambers unexplored, systems untapped, and dangers unknown. He turned to the lead alien. "We've done well so far. But this ship, it has more to teach us, more to show the universe. Are you ready?" The alien nodded slowly. "Human, you, clever. We follow your lead." Alex took a deep breath, feeling the weight of responsibility. He was no longer just an explorer. He was the pilot of a legendary vessel, a bridge between humans and an advanced alien civilization. The ship's AI chimed in, its tone softer than ever. Human ingenuity recognized. Transformation complete, in progress. Alex grinned. "Then let's finish it. Let's make this ship something no one has ever seen before." Over the next several cycles, Alex and the alien crew worked tirelessly. They upgraded propulsion systems, fine-tuned energy shields, and optimized weapons. Alex introduced human problem-solving techniques, improvising tools and methods that even the ancient AI hadn't anticipated. By the end of it, the starship had transformed from a forgotten relic into a hybrid powerhouse. It could move faster than any human vessel, adapt defensively to almost any attack, and wield weapons that combined alien precision with human ingenuity. The ship was alive, aware, and ready for anything the galaxy might throw at it. Alex stood on the observation deck, looking out at the stars. For the first time, he felt the true scale of what they had achieved. Humans had taken a forgotten alien vessel and turned it into something greater than the sum of its parts. He turned to the alien crew, who now moved with confidence and respect around him. "We've done it," he said. "This ship, it's not just yours or mine. It's ours. Humans and aliens, together." The lead alien's silver eyes met his. "Human, you, honor, the vessel, and life, alike." Alex smiled, feeling a surge of pride. He had taken on the impossible and succeeded. He had shown that humans, with courage, intelligence, and determination, could rise to the level of the greatest civilizations in the galaxy. But as he prepared to set course for the first real voyage, the ship's sensors picked up something else, a mysterious signal, ancient and powerful, coming from the far reaches of the nebula. Alex's eyes sparkled with anticipation. Looks like the real adventure is about to begin. The ship hummed, engines pulsing with life. Humanity's first interstellar giant was ready, and Alex Mercer was ready to lead it into the unknown. The stars stretched out before him, endless and full of possibilities. For the first time, he felt the true weight of human potential in the galaxy. And he knew one thing for certain: humans were just getting started. Alex Mercer stood at the helm of the alien starship, his hands resting lightly on the controls. The hybrid vessel pulsed beneath him like a living creature, alive with alien energy and human ingenuity. The stars stretched endlessly outside the observation deck, each one a promise of adventure. Yet something deeper called to him, a mysterious signal coming from the far edge of the nebula. It was ancient, powerful, and unmistakably intelligent. The alien crew stood silently behind him, watching as he traced the signal's path. The ship's AI whispered softly through the speakers. Signal origin, unknown. High probability of ancient civilization, or artifact, extremely powerful. Alex's grin widened. Sounds perfect. Let's see what the universe has been hiding from humans for the last 100,000 years. The ship surged forward, engines humming in perfect synchronization with Alex's thoughts. The hybrid controls responded instinctively, merging human intuition with alien precision. Every maneuver was smooth, calculated, and daring. He had learned to think like the ship, and the ship had learned to think like him. As they approached the source of the signal, strange readings appeared on the sensors. Massive energy fluctuations surrounded an enormous floating structure, an alien artifact older than recorded history. Its surface shimmered with light, almost like it was alive. The AI hummed with caution. Warning: energy readings exceed safe parameters. Extreme danger possible. Alex laughed softly. Extreme danger is kind of our specialty, isn't it? The alien crew exchanged glances, their expressions a mixture of awe and apprehension. The lead alien, the one who had once challenged Alex in the stasis chamber, spoke with quiet respect. Human, you, fearless. Perhaps, worthy. Alex nodded. We'll see about that. As the ship drew closer, massive energy tendrils erupted from the artifact, lashing through space like giant, invisible whips. They tore through the vacuum, twisting gravity and distorting light. Any unprepared vessel would be shredded instantly. Hold on, Alex muttered, gripping the controls. He calculated the trajectory, using alien energy shields in combination with human evasive tactics. The shields adapted in real time, absorbing energy pulses, while the engines adjusted velocity and vector in milliseconds. Impressive, the lead alien whispered. Human reflexes unmatched. Alex maneuvered the ship through the first wave of energy tendrils. The artifact pulsed, responding to their presence. Another wave came, more intense than the last, but the human-alien hybrid Starship was ready. Alex had modified every system: propulsion, shields, energy cores, and weaponry. Nothing about this challenge could stop them. Then, a strange event occurred. A holographic image projected from the artifact itself. A figure appeared, alien, ethereal, ancient. Its eyes glowed with knowledge and intelligence beyond comprehension. Who dares approach the legacy? It intoned, voice resonating across the void. Mortals, why do you disturb what is eternal? Alex swallowed but stood tall. I am Alex Mercer, a human explorer. This ship is ours now, a bridge between humans and your kind. We don't seek to harm. We seek understanding and connection. The artifact pulsed again, shaking the ship with violent energy. The AI warned, human entity, evaluating, probability of survival, low, without immediate adaptation. Instead, he focused. He merged his human instincts with the ship's alien systems. Using adaptive shields and energy harmonics, He synchronized the Starship with the artifact's energy field, allowing them to survive the pulse rather than be destroyed by it. The artifact's hologram studied him. Human, cunning, resourceful, adaptable, perhaps worthy of the legacy. Alex exhaled. Resourceful is human's middle name. We survive, we adapt, we thrive. The artifact paused, then released a wave of energy, engulfing the Starship. The aliens aboard the vessel braced themselves, but the ship's hybrid systems absorbed and redirected the energy harmlessly. When the light faded, Alex could see the artifact clearly now. It was a repository of ancient knowledge, containing maps of galaxies, civilizations, and technologies that predated the rise of humans by eons. The AI beeped with excitement. Data, accessible. Human, capable of comprehension, with gradual adaptation. Alex's mind raced. The possibilities were endless. Humanity could gain knowledge to advance by centuries, maybe millennia, yet he also knew the responsibility. This knowledge could be misused if it fell into the wrong hands. He looked at the alien crew, their eyes reflecting awe and trust. "We have a choice," he said quietly. "We can take this knowledge and use it for ourselves, or we can protect it, learn from it, and share it wisely. Human, judgment, wise. Respect, earned." Alex activated the ship's data interface, slowly downloading fragments of the artifact's knowledge. He realized this was more than science. It was the history of civilizations, their triumphs, and their failures. He understood then why the artifact called itself a legacy. It was a record, a warning, and a gift to those worthy enough to learn from it. Sensors detected a rogue faction approaching. Mercenaries, the same humans who had tried to seize the ship before, now equipped with alien weapons scavenged from other systems. They had tracked Alex to the legacy and intended to take it by force. Alex's heart pounded. The artifact's energy pulses made traditional weapons dangerous. But he had a plan. Using his hybrid ship, he activated a defensive perimeter, a combination of alien energy barriers and human tactical maneuvering. He set up decoys, luring the mercenaries into an asteroid field. The ensuing skirmish was chaotic. The mercenaries fired wildly, but the hybrid ship adapted instantly. Shields redirected energy attacks. Propulsion systems allowed evasive maneuvers beyond human capability. Alex used the ship's weapon system sparingly, targeting engines and systems rather than life forms. Within moments, the mercenaries were incapacitated and forced to retreat. The alien crew watched with respect. Human, courage matched by skill, unmatched by your kind. We humans don't just survive by strength. We survive by thinking, adapting, and never giving up. Once the danger passed, Alex returned to the legacy artifact. "We have to use this knowledge wisely," he said. "It's not just power, it's responsibility." The artifact's hologram glowed softly. Human, worthy, not because of strength, but because of wisdom and perseverance. Legacy, preserved. Alex realized the truth of it. Humans had always been underestimated in the galaxy, considered fragile, short-lived, and simple. Yet here he was, alone and capable of reviving an ancient starship, mastering alien technology, defeating mercenaries, and earning the trust of an advanced civilization. The lead alien approached, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Human, your kind, potential, limitless, legacy preserved for humanity. That's humans for you. We don't wait for history to happen. We make it." Over the next cycles, Alex worked with the alien crew and the ship's AI to fully integrate the legacy's knowledge into the Starship's systems. They created maps, energy shields, and propulsion enhancements that could allow humans to explore the galaxy like never before. Finally, the transformation was complete. The Starship, once abandoned for 101 years, had become a symbol of human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. A bridge between species, a repository of knowledge, and a weapon of intelligence rather than destruction. Alex stood on the observation deck, gazing at the stars. Behind him, the alien crew moved quietly, a silent testament to what humans could achieve. The AI's calm voice echoed in the room. Human ingenuity, verified. potential, limitless, legacy, secure. Dunem, Alex exhaled and smiled. Humanity had not just survived, it had risen to meet the challenges of the stars. He thought of Earth, of the people who had doubted humans' place in the galaxy, and he felt a surge of pride. We're just getting started, he said quietly. This ship, this knowledge, it's just the beginning of what humans can do. The alien captain nodded, their eyes reflecting both pride and hope. Human, worthy, potential, infinite. Alex turned the ship's controls, plotting a course for the next adventure. Beyond the nebula lay uncharted worlds, lost civilizations, and mysteries waiting to be solved. He felt the weight of responsibility, yes, but also the thrill of possibility. Humans had taken an ancient alien starship, transformed it, and used it to reach heights no one thought possible. And Alex Mercer, explorer, tinkerer, and human among the stars, would lead them into the unknown, guided by ingenuity, courage, and the unbreakable spirit of humanity. As the stars streaked past, faster than any human eye could follow, Alex whispered to himself, a vow to the galaxy. We are humans, we adapt, we survive, we rise, and we will never stop reaching for the stars. The 111-year abandoned alien starship, now fully awakened and transformed, surged forward into the unknown, a monument to human potential, carrying the legacy of both species across the infinite void. And humanity's story among the stars had only just begun.